Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News, and I'm back in my little Team Pikachu shirt, but we are here for the state of the NNN. So every month I talk about how the channel's doing, some boring numbers and things like that, but some interesting info too that comes out of this too. I decided to do this a few days earlier. We normally do it at the beginning of the next month, but seeming that there's quite a bit of important news to get through, and seeing how big this month has been for us, we thought that we would push this thing out a little earlier. So I believe by the end of this month that I will have grabbed over 15,000 views, maybe 16k. That's a huge number, up from 8k from last month. It's been huge. Subscriptions around 4550, which is by far our biggest month ever that we've achieved, and we're pushing towards 300,000, not 300,000, 300 subs, 300, and 96,000 views that we are at currently. So instead of January, it's going to be next month that we will hit 100k, which is going to be sort of a big party video, but I have nothing actually planned for it. So if you got any suggestions for the 100,000k video, we'll do it. We might even invite some people over, maybe Nintendo Guru and Nintendo Impact Gaming, or whoever likes to come along, but more on them later on. So next year for 2017, I think trying to get 500 subs and 150k views would be doable. May be difficult if things don't work out, but we're working on that. This month has been big because of Pokemon. Pokemon has been huge for us, and that's been something that I've been very happy about. I am very pleased about how a lot of different videos turned out. We did a bit of an exposed video in a local store. We kept on doing the updates for Pokemon Go. The bundles announcement video from a couple months ago shot up to nearly 10,000 views, so that's been huge too. And the unboxing of the Z-Ring bracelet got 1,000 views and 400 views for the unboxing of the steel cases, which are sort of behind me now. So I think is some great success. It's been really, really good. Now, moving onwards. Now, one of our ideas that we were planning to have will be officially scrapped as of today. We built up a little forum board and a Facebook group, and we tried to work through some ideas to get different content creators on board and things like that. But I felt like the idea wasn't working very well. And that's something that I'm a bit sad about, but on Ninja News, we do like to try out different ideas, and sometimes it doesn't work, and we acknowledge that, and we learn from those sort of experiences, and we move on to the next chapter. So instead of that, we're going to have a Facebook room, which is basically like a chat room. So we'll try to get different content creators and really cool people in that room, and have like a big sort of chat room thing where we're talking about things and trying to collab with others, and talking about news and what sort of videos that people could create and do. So, and contacts and things like that too. So it will be very, very cool to see. And yeah, very, very awesome little Facebook room to create. Moving on to things like the playlists that you see. Just trying to work out those numbers, guys. Now, currently you have the NNN show, Nintendo Historia, which are both do very well. You also have reviews and gameplay. There's some talks about splitting that, but we've decided not to, and keep them together, because a lot of it's going to be reviews and sometimes one-off videos and things like that. But we will have sort of single playlist of different games that we will go through, and random discussions on them. So And I think that we'll start doing gameplay stuff in January. So we'll start to get that fired up before we get the Nintendo Switch in March. So we can start warming up for that. And definitely there will be a huge focus on third parties support, because they're not going to give us copyright strikes and tell us what to do. So there's a very high chance of seeing a Skyrim sort of playthrough and discussions for the Switch, which would be very exciting for me personally, because I'm a fan of the game. The other thing which is interesting is that we're going to allow a little bit of non-Nintendo stuff, which I'm not too sure how people will react to that. But I also happen to be a writer, and I was thinking of doing a second YouTube channel, my personal one, but it's hard to promote two YouTube channels and your writing website and or your social media and stuff like that. So I thought of adding that just down the bottom of the YouTube channel, and every now and again, maybe once a week or something like that, I will talk about some sort of writing topic and things like that. I can I guess use video games as analogies and set examples of what I'm trying to achieve. But it's sort of, I guess it's different content that's not Nintendo, but gives you a bit of an idea about who I am and what I do and that sort of stuff too. So I think that's something that people will enjoy to see. And I think I'll have fun doing it too. And it helps me out too. It cuts down on time. And I'm not so stressed trying to do a lot more work than I should be. So I think that's pretty cool. So those playlists will come up next, which will be very cool. Maybe some old videos on my personal channel will be moved over to this channel too, just to give them a bit of a workout. So I think overall November's been absolutely massive. It's been really good. I'm very happy about what I'm trying to do and achieve with that. So it's been a huge month, and I'm still getting ideas on what to do for videos and things like that. I think bringing back the gameplay in this fashion is a good idea now. We've had a long break since Twilight Princess, and those videos didn't do that well. But now we're looking at 100k plus each year. It's looking really, really nice, and the subscriptions are going through the roof, and people seem to be happy with everything, and I think it's looking really like a bright year next year. New console, Mario Kart, Splatoon, just everything seems to be coming together. So that is the state of the channel so far, and things are looking really rosy. And I'm hoping if you have any suggestions for videos and things like that, you can put them in the comments on Facebook or on Twitter or here on YouTube. So always welcome. So that is all the news I've got on the state of the channel for this month, and we'll be back the first few days of January next year. So this is the last one for this year. So that's it from me, and I shall see you later on.